I challenged myself to shoot pucks every day for 30 days. We discovered some major mistakes with my shot. My mental toughness was tested.
Ready for this challenge to be over?
Will I be able to push my shot to new limits, or have I bitten off more than I can chew? All right, day one of this 30-day shooting challenge. I've got 15 minutes on the timer. Got my pucks ready to rock. Let's go. Deciding to shoot pucks every day for a month was a crazy idea. I knew that if I wasn't careful, I could injure myself, but I needed to test it out. I hadn't practiced my shooting in years, and I had a lot of room for improvement in both my shot power and accuracy. With the new shooting tarp installed at the Hockey Training HQ, my plan was simple: find out how much improvement a player could make if they went all in on shooting for 30 days straight. Here's how it went. Day one is in the books. Overall, pretty good. Already starting to get a blister, and I broke a screw. Pretty eventful first day. Overall, felt pretty good, just a little tired. So we'll see how it goes. I knew shooting pucks at max effort was tough, but in the first few days, I quickly learned how good of a workout firing pucks really was. I was running through about 150 pucks in 15 minutes, leaving little time to rest besides picking up the pucks. My average heart rate during the workouts was sitting around 165 to 170 beats per minute, which is very similar to what I'm at during a hockey game. Finished 15 minutes of shooting, average heart rate of 165 beats per minute today. Got a new puck crate here for the pucks. I put some cable ties in, but they keep snapping on me. But overall, it's been awesome being able to shoot on this tarp every day this week. Feeling a little bit sore in my core muscles, but overall feeling good. Accuracy has picked up a little bit too, so let's keep going. After about a week of shooting, I noticed a bit of fatigue starting to kick in with trying to do my dry land training on top of shooting. So I decided to transition from intense, high-paced shooting workouts to slowing things down to work more on my technique. Day 11 of my 30-day shooting challenge. I'm gonna show you guys a little tip, something that I've been working on. So I kind of touched on it a couple days ago in an Instagram story. But what I had been doing, I noticed that I had been releasing my shot, my snapshot, right around the toe of this foot here. And it wasn't allowing me to get that top hand out. I was kind of having to squeeze that elbow in towards my body, where really I want that top hand out. So I'm gonna start pushing that puck forward. And it feels a little awkward because I've been shooting that same way for about 20 years. But if I push that puck a little bit forward, that allows me to get more distance with this top hand, snap down earlier on the ice here, put some pressure into that stick, and then pull back really hard with that top hand. The next day, this happened. I started feeling some pain in my elbow while shooting, and after doing some research, I realized I was most likely starting to get golfer's elbow, which is a form of tendonitis. This is an injury that can sideline you for weeks or even months, so not wanting to make it worse, I came to the decision to alter the challenge slightly. For the remainder of the 30 days, if I ever felt pain in my elbow, I would stop shooting and take a day or two off. I was pretty bummed out that I couldn't shoot every single day and wondered if I should even continue the challenge, but I made it through the rest of the challenge without much elbow pain and made some big discoveries, so I'm glad I did. Day 25 is in the books. Overall, feeling pretty good with my shooting. My technique's coming along. I'm working on a lot of things, starting to become a little bit more muscle memory, so I'm not having to think about it as much. At this point, I'm almost ready for this challenge to be over, just so that I can start picking and choosing when I do my shooting sessions. Like today, I had an intense lower body workout right before my shooting. That makes it tough, but having a lot of fun. 5 days left. Let's go. With trying to fit in my regular workouts, stick handling sessions, and filming workouts for the Hockey Training TV app, I definitely noticed a dip in my motivation to shoot pucks towards the end of the challenge, but I was having enough fun that finishing the challenge was never really in doubt. Day 30 is finished. Shooting challenge is complete. Definitely learned a lot that I'm excited to share with you guys in the next few clips. One thing I wish I did was some sort of testing on day 1 so I could compare on day 30. Next time I do a challenge, I'll definitely do some sort of testing. If you guys want another 30-day challenge like this, let me know by smashing that thumbs up button. But let's get right into what I learned from this challenge. You can add significant power to your shot just by improving your mechanics. If you've never watched your shot in slow motion, I suggest filming yourself shooting from different angles and breaking your shot down to see what you can improve on. Once you figure out what you can change, these tweaks to your shooting mechanics can give you a shot power boost in a matter of minutes. But with that said, it will take a lot of conscious practice to ingrain the new technique into your muscle memory. If you want a full video on shot technique and what I've been working on tweaking with my shot, let me know in the comment section. An overuse injury is defined as an injury that occurs from tissue damage resulting from repetitive demand over a period of time. And this is exactly what can happen if you're shooting pucks at max effort too often. When I started feeling elbow pain, I did a quick Google search and found plenty of other hockey players experiencing the same pain from shooting. The older you are and the more force you are producing with your shot, the more likely you are to get injured, so be careful. In a minute, I'll share my recommendations for how often you should be shooting. In 15 to 20 minute sessions, I was burning roughly 200 calories and had an average heart rate of 165 to 170 beats per minute. That is about the same range my heart rate sits at during a hockey game and shows you how good of a conditioning effect you can get from shooting pucks at a good pace. As the challenge went on, I also felt like my shooting specific muscles were getting better conditioned, allowing me to shoot harder, longer. With shooting pucks every day, you will get to a point of diminishing returns, meaning for the first handful of days, you might see some big improvements each day, but then after that, the improvements will get significantly smaller each day. It's fine to keep shooting pucks when you're at the point of diminishing returns, but there's a fine line between that and negative returns when the work you were putting in actually decreases your output or negatively affects your shot. With shooting pucks, you can enter the negative returns due to many factors, including overuse injury, overtraining, adding to muscle imbalances, or neglecting other areas of hockey training. I felt like I started to get into the point of diminishing returns around day 7 and then hit the negative returns at day 12 when I noticed my elbow pain. From making this video, I also learned that we should be calling them shooting workouts and not sessions, because if you're calling them shooting sessions, you're often going to be saying shooting sessions. First off, up front, I think all hockey players should be doing shooting workouts year round. But with that said, I don't recommend any hockey player to do the 30-day shooting challenge for reasons we talked about earlier. It might be safer for younger players who aren't putting as much power into their shots, but even then, there are better and smarter ways to improve your shot than just shooting for 30 days straight. I do think it would be really cool and probably highly beneficial for a lot of players to try a 7-day shooting challenge where you work on different things within those 7 days, and I would even throw a rest day in the middle. But for your average week in the off season, when you're working hard to become a better hockey player, I would recommend 1 to 3 shooting workouts around 15 to 20 minutes max. If you're giving it 100% for each shot, that is more than enough, especially when paired with a professionally designed hockey training program like the off-season domination system we offer at hockeytraining.com, which works on your shot power within your training. Like Coach Dan has said in the past, it's not the hardest worker who gets the best results, it's the hardest worker who is able to allocate their efforts into the most intelligent areas for hockey performance who gets the best results. Hey, can you do me a massive favor and smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video and you want more videos like this? Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And hey, if you guys do want that shot technique video breaking down my snapshot and what I learned from the 30-day challenge, let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, guys, train hard, train smart, and let's go.